Morning, TGIF, and welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the daily voiceover huddle. Bill DeWeese here, giving my eyes a break from my contact lenses, wearing the progressive lenses. So if you find me looking like this down my nose, I'm not trying to look down my nose at you. I'm just simply trying to read what's on the screen because it's all a little blurry unless I do that. Hey, don't forget, my big spring fever sale is going on right now through the weekend. And this is your chance. I have two big sales a year, spring and fall, and this is the big one where you get the most amount of training for the least amount of money. I've got all of the information below in the description, so be sure to check that out at your convenience. I wanted to take a second today to talk about a question that came up yesterday, and it was somebody in my Facebook group. And the question is, what is the difference between a DIY demo, voiceover demo, which you've heard me talk about a number of times, and a professionally produced demo? So I answer this question as a voiceover talent who's done this for almost 18 years, also as a professional demo producer. One of the things that I've changed my stance on over the years, I used to say a number of years back, I would say when you're first getting started, you need to wait until you can save up the money to do a professionally produced demo where you hire somebody like me to produce your demo for you, to stage you in the best possible light. And the reason for it, and by the way, a professionally produced demo, is when you want to sound the best you can, when you want to be staged at the highest level, that's the way you do it. And back in the day, it used to be you sank or swam in deep water in voiceover. There wasn't a shallow wading end of the pool. There was an entry-level voiceover work for the most part, maybe occasionally, but for the most part, there was not entry-level voiceover work. So if you wanted to swim with the sharks, so to speak, you needed to really make sure that you presented yourself as an experienced pro right out of the gate. Well, fast forward to 2024, and it is a completely different landscape today with freelance websites and the audiobook market. There are lots of opportunities for entry-level work. And what I mean by entry-level work, I'm talking about projects that probably won't be exposed to a whole lot of people, and the budgets of the people who are producing these are not that high, so the pay's not that great, but it's there. And you can actually, if you can cobble together enough of these even entry-level jobs while you're working your way up the proverbial voiceover ladder, you can make quite a bit of money. So it's nothing to turn your nose up at by any means. Well, today, you can compete for those entry-level positions with less than a professional demo. And that's where I bring in the DIY demo. And for the students who are in my training program, the VoiceOver Blueprint, I have courses on that, and I do live coaching and show them how they can go out and find their own scripts, find the right commercials, transcribe those into the scripts, record them. I typically tell them to do them just dry voice, meaning no music, no sound effects. Don't get in over your depth in terms of skill set. And with these DIY demos, many of my students have had a lot of success in generating income out of the gate. And what they've been able to do is save that money to then hire me to produce a professional demo. So it's a way to not go into debt. It's a way, if you don't have the money, you don't have to spend the money. It's a way to generate income as you learn. And if you think about business in general, that's the way business works. You don't start off in the C-suite as a vice president of a company or the CEO. You start off entry level and you work your way up. And now, thankfully in voiceover, that's the environment we have as well. You can start your way at entry level as you develop your skills and begin to develop income. And then you can invest what you make out of your pocket, not out of a credit card or a loan. You don't want to go into debt. You don't want to put yourself and your family in a bad, vulnerable situation by investing thousands and thousands of dollars that you don't have right up front. And with voiceover, you don't have to. Now, but let's talk about the benefit. My philosophy is as soon as you can get a professionally produced demo produced, do it. Meaning if you have that money earlier on, do it earlier on. If you don't, then wait for it. The benefit and the value of the professionally produced demo is a producer like me will select your scripts, will coach and teach you to get the best performance. The one thing that you can't do with a DIY demo is hear yourself objectively. And a good director, a good producer can hear you objectively and coach and bring the very best out of you to showcase all aspects of your personality, the broad spectrum of your personality. What happens when we direct ourselves is we tend to stay in a very narrow lane. It's very hard mentally to break out of that lane, but a good director will pull you out and show a broad spectrum of your personality, which will, and then stage it with fantastic production. By production, I mean the way the audio is processed, your voice is processed, the music, the sound effects, the way the sound design is created, the way the entire project is mastered, so that when they listen to it, it will sound like they're listening to a national TV commercial on ABC or CBS or whatever the case may be, a major network. That's staging. And what a good demo will do is it produces opportunities. In voiceover, we want people to hear our demo. The marketing chain goes like this. It starts with listening to the demo. So the demo is your lead marketing tool. Your demo's essentially everything in getting voiceover work, or at least it's at the very front end of that process. Because if people don't come through the front door, then you don't get work. The demo opens that door. And then, of course, through your development of your skills and your performance, you're more successfully able to close those deals through the auditions, or usually a client will at least want you to read something before they commit to hiring you. So that is the difference between a DIY and a professionally produced demo, and why you really need a good demo. And if you want more information on that, please drop me an email at training@BillDeWeese.com. I can get you all the details on that. Well, on this Good Friday, and by the way, I hope you have a great Good Friday and a wonderful Easter weekend. And but before the weekend is over, and do it right now while you're thinking about it, take a moment to click below on the link to check out the Spring Fever sale. Make sure that you go into the spring and summer with the information you need to take your voiceover business to the next level. Because I know the majority of voiceover talent struggle just getting started, for one, but even once getting started, getting the money flowing. And then even those who do that, getting to the next level, turning that into a full-time income. That's what this training is all about. It's what it's going to help you do. It's going to be, even though I can't be there with you sitting by your side personally, I will be sitting by your side virtually, taking you through the process. So check it out. Have a great weekend. I look forward to talking to you again soon.